Heaven, Pastor Tremaine.
All right. I'll pay her after that later. I'll pay her for that later. All right. You all may be seated. I need to make sure that I'm here for the right announcement. If you have a child, let's say 21 and under, raise your hand, please. Okay. If you have grandchildren, please raise your hand. Keep your hands raised. Keep your hands raised. All right. If you have nieces and nephews, raise your hand. If you've ever seen a kid in your life, raise your hand. Okay, all right. So we're in the right place for the announcement. I like the way that Alicia introduced it last week, which is, we're back. All right, if they can put this on the screen, we have a special announcement that we're going to be putting up. It's about the Arise and Shine Youth Conference. All right? Thank you, co-pastor. Thank you. I see some of y'all not clapping. Y'all better get it to, no, okay. All right. You know, we have always been a ministry focused on youth, and not just in a position of performance. Some places you go, the youth will be there to perform. We put our youth in position to minister. So that means, yeah, amen. What that means is that we don't just put them on stage, we're teaching them the word behind the stage. On those Wednesdays, we're going through our Bible, we're going through lessons, so then when they come out here, they are ministering to you rather than performing for you. So we're excited. Let's go to the next slide. This is not going to be church as usual. Somebody look at your neighbor and tell us, not church as usual. Not church as usual. So what is different? You all have probably heard us talk about the youth extravaganza. All right, that's one day. The Rise and Shine Conference is all week. Now, that does not mean you have to be at church all week. I don't want anybody running. There are just opportunities for us to grow as a family, as a community throughout the week, and we'll talk about that. The second thing that we did to change this year is we have a young adult and youth council. These individuals came together and really started talking about what would Youth Week look like reimagined. What is it that they wanted? What is it that you want? What is it that you want us to know as your family, as your community? Where do you need help? All these things that, I'll be quite honest, I don't know that I was asking a couple of years ago. I was telling them what they needed, and here's what you need, and here's what you need to get, and they were appreciative of that. We have the best youth in the world here. But as these youth begin to grow, they're saying, okay, I get point A. Can we talk about point B a little bit? I need to better understand, how does this work so what we're looking to do is something that Pastor said when we first came back from COVID. We're building bridges and breaking down barriers. That's what they were looking for us to do. Pastor Tremaine, we want to build bridges so that we know that y'all know we're listening to you. But we also want to break down the barriers of conversations that we may not have been able to have with you, but now we want to have. The third part is we're going to ask you to prepare for the moment in new ways than you have before, and we'll go on that. Okay, so I'm going to go through the week real quick. I have 3 minutes. Okay, real quick to go through the week. So on Monday, somebody say, let's begin together. We are going to have family prayer and meditation at your own house, okay? We're not asking you to come out. But did you know that most families don't pray together outside of their meals in the church? So we're going to come in unity and begin to pull down the strongholds that cover the family, that try to keep our youth from doing what they need to do. So we're going to come together on Monday, and we're going to pray in our households. If that's a household of 1 or if that's a household of 10, we're going to pray. And we're going to provide you in a couple of weeks a QR code that's going to give you a list of topics to pray for, scriptures that you need to pray, and imagine on Monday, that day, we're all praying the same thing. And how that week is going to look. Then we're going to go into Wednesday. We're going to equip them to battle. So this is going to be a time where we are going to train our youth to win the war that they have to fight. we're going to have some real conversations. It's going to be different. So I'm asking you to come because it's going to be different. But we're going to have some real conversations about what it takes to win the battle that they're facing. And also, we're going to have them pre-submit questions and have live questions. So this is going to be a conversation that we're going to have, all right? On Thursday, we are reaching out to the community, and this is called Teddy's for Tears. We are partnering with the Children Bereavement Center. If you're not familiar with them, they are a counseling center that help youth that go through traumatic experiences, right? So that may be death in the form of a sibling or a parent or something like that. Sometimes if there's divorce and it's really ugly, they send them there and they give them counseling. Not only do they give them counseling, but they give each child a teddy bear when they leave. And so we are going to be having a donation station in the family room starting on Wednesday we're going to give them 50 teddy bears. Each teddy bear is one child that we are sharing the love with. Amen? So I think we could do that, right? No problem. New or gently used teddy bears, we'll be doing that. On Friday, somebody say Friday. We're going to keep the theme of the firecracker because this is going to be a good one. This one will be led by our youth. And now they listen to us and and ask questions. Now they're going to be talking on Friday to us about some of the battles that they face and how they need help and what does their walk with Christ look like outside of this church. And then we get to ask them questions. Like, hey, how did you ever think about this? And what is the best thing that you need from me as your parent? As a grandparent, how should I come in and coordinate the conversations when you... Come on now. And I'm not even going to tell you on Sunday, because Sunday is going to be, that is coming later. But let's go to the last slide. Remember I said you have to participate. This is where you pull out your phones. This is where you pull out your phones. Okay, all right, good. If you have them. Some of you all are super spiritual, they're in the car. God bless you. God bless you. But you're going to scan this code. Our praise team said, listen, in the theme of performance, we also don't want to just get up here and sing these songs. We want you to hear them, for you to be able to sing them. And when you come to service, now we have one big choir that is singing the songs. So on this list are the songs that will be sung throughout the week. And they want you to listen to them for this next month so that you can get them into your spirit and into what God is looking to do for you. Amen? So I'm looking for everybody to come June 16th through the 22nd. That's the week. That means bring all of your friends, all of your nieces, any child you've seen, not kidnapping anybody, but just recommending. All right? We want to see them here. This is going to be a great week. Amen? All right. So I'm going to ask everybody to stand with me. We have another special announcement. You'll get a little bit of understanding as to why we're wearing these green ribbons and what that means.